To continue with our project, we're going to animate the top ornament. We'll change the name in the compositions, hit accept, and write project in both. Okay. All right. Very good. Now, let's go to the top one. Remember that with the hand, we can move around in our artboard. And what we'll do is start the animation of the components from that point to the end. We can modify the keyframes as we go on. Remember that when you're on your projects, you can test it by hitting preview. And if you need to modify, just drag and move the keyframes until you think it looks good. In this case, you can follow what I do when I position each of my animations in the frames, but it's not strictly necessary. So we'll start with this line. That's just in the bottom in my case. So seeing as it's a line, we'll add a trim path animation. And in the options, we'll find start. Another named end and offset. But in this case, we'll just use the end option, and we'll see why. Because in my animation, if I hit start, we can see how it makes it disappear to the other side. If I put the animation there, it's going to appear on the right. When I hit end, however, we can put it there and make the animation go to the left. When you guys do your animations, there'll be cases in which you're going to use start and end, or sometimes just one of the two. But that will be depending on what side you want the animation line to go to. As we can see, we're going to use end. So we can give it a keyframe, and we'll go to frame 25. And I'll put in another keyframe, and go back to the first. I'll give it 0%, and I'll select both keyframes. I'll easy ease as always, or you can always hit F9 to go quicker. This is really important to get a smooth animation. With these accelerate and decelerate options, because in the graph editor, we can say that it gives us a curved animation. And before, if I hit Ctrl Z, we had a linear animation. We'll select, and again, we'll use easy ease, hit play, and you can see that this is our simple animation. Let's go more or less in this part, adding the others. In this case, we have these little plants. We'll start around here. We can modify it later on, and it's very easy. We just have to copy the keyframes. Let's select, press Ctrl C. We'll go to this leaf here, and hit Ctrl V, press U, and we'll see if it fits. Well, it looks good. But we're going to go back 5 frames, and we're going to position around here. Let's hit play, spacebar. Take these frames back a little, hit play, and there it is. Select these 2 frames, and we'll go to the second leaf. And we're going to place it around here. Ctrl V, and then press U. And we'll preview to see how our animation is going. It's pretty easy, you know, right? We're going to plow on with the next one. We'll select these frames again, but really they're already copied. So we just have to go to this line. We'll position ourselves around this part, and let's see. Let's get closer with zoom, and this animation here is starting a bit early. Let's move it a little this way to make it fit properly. There we go. Really good. We'll move the other one forward a little bit. Okay. Let's start now with the other line. We can approximately do it from here. This other line, I'll hit Ctrl V and press U. And here I can see my frames. But we're going to go forward some 5 frames more. Or, 7 frames more. We drag it here, and we can preview what it looks like. It looks like it's pretty good. Let's select these frames that are for the leaves, and hit Ctrl C. Reduce here, and I'll go closer to this one here. Let's make it start more or less, and try there. Hit Ctrl V and press U, and we can see it does start a little early. So we're going to go drag it back a bit. We'll drag them back a frame. And I can see this line is appearing. And there we go. If you have the wheel on your mouse and you press it, we'll get the hand. If you don't, you can just press H. And with V, you go back to the selector tool. It's just really useful to know the shortcuts when working with After Effects. Now we can copy these keyframes in this other one. We'll go here. We'll go there, hit Ctrl V, press U, and we'll see. Yeah, it started before. We're going to place it more or less here. There we go. It looks good. Now on to the next one. This one here on this leaf. I'll press Ctrl V and press U, and we'll see it start properly. Here the line starts a bit early. I'll drag this frame here. Let's see. Yeah, really good. Let's preview. We can see that our animation is coming along. Let's animate this one here at the end. And we'll do this more or less from this part here. Just when this line is around here. In second 1 and frame 5. I'll click on this big line, hit Ctrl V, press U, and I'm going to drag the frame to second 2 with frame 5. So more or less here. Okay, let's preview. It's important to know that when you're doing yours, you can modify it however you want to. I'm going to drag it a bit until second 2, frame 10. Let's have a look. Press the space bar. Yeah, man, I think that our animation looks pretty good. Remember that this is all modifiable. We're going to copy now this other line more or less here. Press Ctrl V, press U, and I can see where my frame goes to. I'm going to preview, and yeah, really good. It looks great. I'm going to select these 2 keyframes again to copy them. I hit Ctrl C, and now I just have to animate these leaves around here. I click on the leaf, Ctrl V, press U, see how it looks. Starts a bit early, so I'm going to move this frame forward 1 frame. And let's see. Yes, excellent. Let's go to the second one and press Ctrl V. Press U, and let's see. There we go. Really good. It fits pretty well. Let's zoom in to see just a bit better. Yes. Let's preview. Yeah, it looks really good. Now we just have to animate the round shapes.